Hi kids, today we are going to learn a new lesson. This is not lesson, this is poem. The Wee Cobbler. What is the poem name? The Wee Cobbler. Look at here. There is one of the cobbler. He is working under the tree. About him, here is one of the poem I'll teach you. Same as you can read. There once was a cobbler and he was so wee that he lived in a hole in a very big tree. He had a kind neighbor, and she was a mouse. She did his wee washing and tied his house. Each morning at 7, he heard a wee tap, and in came the mouse with apron and cap. She lighted his fire and fetched a wee broom. She swept and she polished his little tree room. To take any wakes, she did always refuse. So the cobbler said, "Thank you," and mended her shoes. The owl wouldn't eat her, or even the cat. They said we wouldn't eat such a kind mosey like that. Once again, can I teach once again, children? I'll teach only two paragraphs. There once was a cobbler, and he was so wee that he lived in a hole in a in a very big tree. He had a kind neighbor, and she was a mouse. She did his wee washing and tied his house. So what is this? Here given in color, no? Green in color, cobbler, wee, neighbor, tide. What is this? It's given, same words given here with the meanings. What is cobbler means? A person who mends shoes. Who is a cobbler? See, we wearing slippers, shoes, right? So that things made by the cobbler. We means it's very small and tiny. Who is very small and tiny? There was once cobbler. The cobbler was very tiny. That he lived in a hole in a very big tree. So he lived in the hole of the big tree. So where he lived? The hole of very big tree. There is one of the tree. In that tree there is a big hole. He is being there. He had a kind neighbor. Neighbor means one who lives next to you. So we also living in the neighborhood, right? What is neighborhood? The place where we are living. So our house is surrounded by many houses, right? So we are surrounded by many peoples. That peoples are called the neighbors. So he had one of the kind neighbor. Kind means it's a very good person, like. And she was a mouse. Which one? Which one is a neighbor? It's a mouse. It is very kind. It always doing very good things. She did his wee washing and tied his house. So tied means she mouse always she keeping cobbler's house neatly and tidily. Like that kind animal of the neighbor. Which one? Mouse. So enough this much today. So can you say the answer? What is the meaning of the V? What is the meaning of the V? Small or tiny. Who is a cobbler? A person who mends shoes. Where did the cobbler live? He lived in a where? Hole in a very big tree. Who was his kind neighbor? Who was his kind neighbor? A mouse was his kind neighbor. What did Mousy do for the cobbler? What did he do for the cobbler? He tied house. That means he cleaned the house and kept tidily when the cobbler is working on the time. Can you say here rhyming words? Rhyming words. We, tree, mouse, house. There are two rhyming words are there. We, tree. We, tree. What is the rhyming words? Which words, if any two words, last two letters or one letter, when it is same, so that is called the rhyming words. We, tree, mouse, house. Like, okay, I hope you are understand this lesson. So next I'll explain these 4 stanzas, and the next class I'll give the notes. What you want to do now? Can you draw this picture? You can try to draw the picture of cat and mouse. Will you do cat and mouse? Do it. Do you think this mouse has a kind neighbor? Don't know. After complete the lesson, you'll know it is yes. Okay, bye kids. And you can recite the poem from here to here. Only just 2 stanzas you can recite. Bye.